The Eiffel Tower is recognizable everywhere. Most people have seen at least a photo of it. However, there is one significant aspect of the Eiffel Tower that is often overlooked: its association with science. In fact, Gustave Eiffel, the engineer who designed and built the Eiffel Tower, spent the latter part of his life as a scientist and even had a laboratory at the top of the Eiffel Tower where he conducted many meteorological experiments. The laboratory is gone, but if you take a close look, you'll see the names of 72 French scientists on its 4 sides around the first floor. In our series Towering Scientists, we explore the groundbreaking contributions of some of these remarkable individuals, starting with André-Marie Ampere. So what did Ampere do? To find out, I am at the Académie des Sciences in Paris, where almost 200 years ago, Ampere presented his pioneering work on the relationship between electricity and magnetism. In fact, the SI unit of electric current is named after Ampere, which is why his name, in the form of the symbol A, touches upon almost every aspect of our daily lives. Wherever there is electric current, you will find Ampere. But Ampere's scientific contributions go much beyond than just physics and electromagnetism. To know more, I am now joined by Professor Etienne Gis, who is the permanent secretary at the Académie des Sciences. Thank you, Professor Gis, for your time. What was so remarkable about Ampere's discoveries related to electromagnetism?
First of all, you mentioned the fact that his name is the name of the unit. This is true, but his main contribution is the creation of a concept, the concept of current. Before Ampere, people did not quite know what electricity was. And before Ampere, there was no connection between magnetism and electricity. Thanks to him, we now know that magnetism and electricity are totally connected in a single electromagnetism theory. This is a major moment in the history of physics, which has been continuing during the 19th century, at least until the work of Maxwell at the end of the 19th century. So really, Ampere is one of the most important physicists in the century.
What has been the impact of Ampere's discoveries related to electromagnetism?
Well, just think a little bit about electricity. You have electricity everywhere. In this camera, in your microphone, in your neurons, everywhere. The cars, electric cars, everywhere. The life is electric. So you cannot imagine a single thing without electricity. The electrons rotating around the nuclei and the atoms, you cannot understand the world without electricity. If you take this, my iPhone, it is basically an electric gadget. Everything is electric.
How did he make this remarkable discovery?
Ampere was interested by everything. It turns out that he was informed of the discovery of a Danish physicist called Ørsted, who remarked that electricity was able to deviate the needle of a compass. And then he understood that there might be some connection between the current and the magnetic field. And then he wanted to study that. It took basically 4 years of work, hard work, half experimental, half theoretical, before he could understand the structure of this connection between these two forces.
And what are Ampere's other significant scientific contributions?
Well, you should know that Ampere was universal. He was interested by just everything, literature, music. He was, at the beginning of his life, he was teaching Italian. He was dealing with everything. He invented a new language, supposedly a language which could be used everywhere in the world. He was, in mathematics, for example, he did things on probability theory for a very interesting reason, actually. He was a teacher in a very small school, in a small place in France, and he wanted to go to Lyon, where his his wife was. And he was asked to do something in mathematics in order to get a job. So he wrote a beautiful letter to his fiancée saying, well, I have 2 weeks to find a good theorem in mathematics in order to join you. So he was interested by mathematics for love. And he produced his beautiful theorem on probability only for love reasons. In the archive department of the Académie des Sciences, we have a lot of manuscripts from many scientists, including 57,000 manuscripts of Ampère, with very specific handwriting. It's really moving, I think for me at least. It's very moving to see all these papers which have been produced by Ampère, and it's a treasure.